Okay, so I was right about to go to the gym, but then I noticed that the new trailer for The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim just dropped. And usually, when I do episodes, I think about a topic and I write out a script and I really get my thoughts together. But honestly, I'm just too excited about this. I don't want to wait. So I'm going to watch the trailer right now and just give you my initial thoughts. I'll probably have something more well thought out later, but let's just see how this goes for now. I'm very excited. Okay, so this is member berries. They're opening the trailer immediately and they put Peter Jackson's name in giant letters, which I get. But then they're showing footage from the Lord of the Rings trilogy as if to say, hey, remember those movies you like? Remember those movies you like? And yeah, I remember them. I just watched them for like the 800th time last week. So I kind of don't like this opening because it's key jangling, it's member berries, it's trying to bank on something that I already like. At the same time, I kind of get why they're doing it because Amazon's Rings of Power series is so bad and so lore breaking and so poorly written and obviously produced by people who don't love or care about Tolkien's works. So maybe what they're trying to do is say, this has nothing to do with that. We're actually tying this into adaptations that you already like. Overall, I still don't like it. I'll have to think about that one. But yeah, I think I'm still not going to like that with time. Okay, more Aragon, or sorry, more Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. Oh, the glam shot. Aragorn opening those doors. That always looks good. Okay, I really like this silhouette with the riders and the helm. Very, very striking. I also really like the way that the film is going to use Miranda Otto as sort of a narrator to frame it. I'll have more thoughts on that in a second. The art looks fantastic. These are beautifully. Oh, look at Edoras. That's that is the Golden Hall. The costumes look great. The character design is gorgeous. They made the son of the bad guy more handsome than I thought they would. Oh, there goes Helm Hammerhand. Punch out. Come on, punch him. Yeah. Okay, nice slow mo fall. I like that. Of course he's dead. He's Helm Hammerhand. He's not Helm Squishy Fingers. So it looks like, I mean, I'd heard this before. They're obviously focusing on the daughter of Helm Hammerhand. I want to fight for my king. I'm getting Mulan vibes here. As long as it's Mulan 1998 and not the terrible remake, I'm fine with that. People need hope, something to believe in. Okay, as long as they don't make her a horrible girl boss. Oliphants. I'd heard those were going to be in the film. They're probably not totally lore accurate, but they're really, really cool. All right, some awesome shield maidening going on. She's got her sword, she's got her spear. Okay, that was a good trailer. Ah, and you've got a ring. Okay. I wonder how they're going to tie that in. Okay, so just my initial quick thoughts. It looks gorgeous. The animation is really, really beautiful, and I think it's very faithfully interpreted the characters. I love the casting. I love having Brian Cox as Helm Hammerhand. He has a spectacular voice, just the kind of rich baritone that is absolutely meant to be used in some sort of animated context, and I think he'll really crush it. What I'm worried about, hopefully they won't do this. Hopefully the character of Helm's daughter will be, she'll have flaws. She'll be a person. She'll be relatable. The thing that I don't like about the girl boss trope is that it's an ideal that's just as unrelatable and unattainable as being like the perfect smiling Barbie doll or the perfect housewife. If someone learns everything super easily and is able to defeat any enemy, without any effort, if she's just perfect, I can't relate to that. That's just as difficult as being perfectly beautiful and, perfectly sweet all the time. So as long as they don't go that route with her, it should be pretty good. Now, if we see a flawed, vulnerable, emotional, wonderful shield maiden like we got with Eowyn, then I think it'll be a lot of fun. I don't have a problem with the fact that they're kind of going super epic with the story. I mean, this is a legend. And I love the fact that Miranda Otto's character of Eowyn is going to be the storyteller who kind of frames this, because it's very, very accurate to the way that Tolkien wanted to tell this story. This is a story within a story, a great legend from the times of old, the sort of thing that back in Viking and Anglo-Saxon days, they would have told their great sagas. And in the halls of Edoras, they also would have told the stories of their great legends of the past. So that really, really keeps it right within its context in Tolkien's work. And it makes it a bit more fun because we do get a tie back to this character we loved so much, but in a natural way that works with the story you're trying to tell, instead of just forcing it in like those shots from the beginning of the trailer. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me some Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas dashing across the plains of Edoras, but you don't get to bank on that to guarantee that I'll like this movie. I love the fact that it's a completely different art style. I think anime actually really works for this, and it's a cool example of how you can take artists and art styles from all around the world and still be very faithful in the way you interpret a work of classic literature. Overall, I'm super excited about this, but I want to know what you think. What did you like about the trailer? What are you worried about? Generally, I think this is going to be a fun time at the movies, and it certainly will make up for the fact that, Rings of Power Season 2 is coming out to just sour the whole Tolkien scene for a while. That being said, I do think this film will be a little bit divisive to Tolkien fans. The story that they're basing this on is very small. It's just this little short mention that kind of refers to Rohan's epic past. And so they have, as writers, expanded on the story. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, that's how adaptations work. As long as you're faithful to and respectful of the source material, I don't really have a problem with people doing modern adaptations where you flesh out characters and you build on an existing story. As long as nothing fundamentally gets broken about the broader world, that's fair game, and it's fun to see people expanding on these ideas. There will be diehards and purists who have a problem with that, and they're like, no, this wasn't in there, we didn't even know the name of Helm's daughter. But, if you're that rigid about books and that unwilling to have any other art built upon them, I mean, I suppose that's your right. You're entitled to feel that way, and you don't have to watch or enjoy these kinds of expansions. But if they're good and if they're fun and they build on the lore, I think that's fun. And I think it's kind of a nice tribute to the way that stories organically grew over time. When you read the great Icelandic sagas of the past or epic Anglo-Saxon poetry, these were works that were handed down over time. And there were different versions told of them in this area or in that area. And there'd be elaborations or particular twists put on it by different storytellers. And so, in a way, if Tolkien's work can be woven into our culture to where it lasts and we build on it and we make new things, I think he actually would be flattered by that, considering that he spent his entire career studying that type of literature. Tell me what you think, though. Did you like this trailer? Are you excited? Are you going to go see it? Let me know.